Bidgie asked, I love your channel and perspective. You have talked a lot about philosophy, so I just wanted to know who are your favorite philosophers and what about their perspectives resonates with you? Um, I don't really have any favorite philosophers or anything like that. Mostly because I don't really see myself as a follower. I'm don't subscribe easily to certain ideas or ideologies. I'd rather get to uh, places and conclusions on my own through my own reflections. I may read other people's works and either agree or disagree. I can respect several different thinkers, but I don't really have a favorite philosopher. But I can drop you some names of philosophers I respect, and there are mainly three areas of philosophy that interest me the most, and that is ancient Greek philosophy, it's philosophy of technology, and philosophy of mind. When it comes to Greeks, um, my my favorite one is Aristotle. There's no doubt about it, and it's probably the most mainstream or well-known philosopher that I'm a big fan of. I like his logical, analytical take on metaphysics, which is quite different from Plato's. Um, Although a lot of people would say that Aristotle and Plato are two opposite sides, right? But I think when it comes to ethics, there's a lot of similarity between Aristotle and Plato with virtue ethics. And a lot of Aristotle ideas actually build up on the foundation that Plato left behind for Aristotle. But I also like Heraclitus and Diogenes. When it comes to philosophy of mind, some of my favorite philosophers there are David Chalmers, Phillip Goff. Um, yeah, yeah, those two mostly. Um, I like phenomenality and intentionality when it comes to philosophy of mind. I think there's something about consciousness that just can't be explained through neurology or just through physicality. Although I do think it is, there are. Have you been reading about those devices? Because there are apparently they're working on a device that is able to read your mind, your thoughts. Like you can have it on, and your thoughts appear on the screen as a text, and like all those reactions that are happening in your brain can be translated into text, or they might even recreate the sound of music that you're hearing in your head, like that song that's stuck in your head. Yeah, apparently you can hear it just that way. I think it's absolutely insane. So I do think there's some true when it comes to neurology and physicality, but for practical reasons, I think that there are certain aspects of phenomenal experiences of one's mind that can't be explained through purely physical matter. Things like morality. I think the source of morality is consciousness. I don't think you can explain morality just out of the material reality, That is what we consider morally right or wrong is based on our emotional reaction, not some objective true. Example, a psychopath might have a very different idea of mortality. I think I mean morality to a normal person. Yes, absolutely. I think, in that sense, morality is definitely subjective, but I think we agree on some objective aspect or foundation of morality that we have to agree on, that we construct some common agreements on, things like not stealing, not murdering. I think those are not just like subjective moral sensations, they are more advanced constructs that come to be through communications between minds. I don't think morality is confined only to one particular mind and exists there, but it also manifests through communication and constructions in social norms. Yeah, some other philosophers. Yeah, David Chalmers, I've mentioned. When it comes to philosophy of technology, I like David Scribina, David Strong, David Pearce. There's a lot of Davids for some reason. I might as well get married to a guy named David at this point, because almost every book I read by someone is by some guy named David. I really need to. I need to get help. um, yeah, Jacques Ellul. I like Albert Borgman, and some of those people I agree with on a lot of things. Some of them I disagree with on a lot of things, but I respect them.